Previously on the last episodes, my brother and I kicked off our adventure in the Doubs region, where we obviously decided to risk our lives in the underground Verno. We made some new friends who were seriously talented at making penises. After that, we headed more south to the Guard region to explore a beautiful cave. There I had to risk my life on a suicide stunt that I sacrificed for Lars. Even though I had to take on all the slave work, we still had fun and took some killer photos. Before we head further south, we're just going to visit a special protected cave, of which we already have the key for. So sit back, relax, and enjoy part 2 of part 2. Because part 2 was too long. But if part 2 were to be shorter, part 2 and part 2 of part 2 would be part 2. Or if I stop saying part 2, my videos could be short enough to be a part 2. Anyways. We arrived at Aven De Noël. The cave starts off with a 120 meter deep shaft. That's taller than the atomium. But that's not the most dangerous part. There's a high concentration of CO2, which builds up during the summer. CO2 is produced by the cave fauna and settles at the bottom. Basically, you could suffocate. The elderly lady showed us the dangerous zones on the map, but they faded from my memories the deeper I went. All I remember is that there's supposed to be a crystallized bed somewhere. Oh, and there's quite a bit of CO2, as well as at the bottom of the shaft. Let's just say we were in a hurry. My brother started having difficulty breathing. Once we've completed the difficult and long descent, we quickly found what we believed to be the meander of the beds.
Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Pretty cool. That's crazy, guys. That's fucking.
It was incredible to witness something like that. There was also a higher level of CO2 there, so we hurried. A climb upwards led us to Galerie Supérieure. We tried to make a nice photo, but it didn't turn out well. Nevertheless, we'd still like to share it once to give you a better glimpse of the cave. The entire hall was adorned with crystal formations. Alright, here we go again. Our second day in Aven De Noël. We'll go to the Galerie Blanche to make some nice pictures there. Let's go, guys, on a descent of 120 meters. Yes, loopy. Yeah, buddy. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Till we meet again, brother.
Descent number 1. Right, we made it to the first descent.
Bye bye.
Descent number 2.
Bye bye. See you soon.
It's the third descent.
Bye bye.
Bye bye number 3.
Bye bye.
Bye bye number 4.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
There goes my brother.
Bye bye.
Bye bye number 5. Spiderman. Okay, now time for the 90 meter deep pit. Scary!
But first, Via Ferretta.
Oh, Via Ferretta first.
You cannot see it, but down is a big, big hole.
This is where we're descending on. That's strange.
Okay, William, you can make your way.
Alright, coming on my way. Huh? There we go. It's a scary Perry. Oh, scary Perry. Now it's opening up. Bye-bye, number 6. You can go, brother. 7. Bye-bye. So this is where my brother is descending on. Just snugged in some concretion, not the strongest stone material. Yo. Range to the Tabian. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Oh my god, it's Spider-Man!
Woody Woody Spider-Man. Spider-Man! 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 This way!
You want to buy marijuana? 200 rupees only. En fait, c'est pas la vente de Noël, c'est la vente araignée.
Once we were down, the CO2 really started to kick in.
Dat is een Mac-Mac-moesek.
Spiderman.
It didn't take us too long to find a scene that we could photograph. There were crystal formations everywhere, but we found these ones to be the most unique.
As you can see, these things look like snow.
A cluster of tiny crystals formed a texture resembling snow. And then finally, we reached Galerie Blanche.
Wow. Ik zou dit noemen Galerij Duivenpoep. Galerie Poupou de Pigeon. Wow. Wat wil je dat nou? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Then we discovered another scene. At first we hesitated to photograph it because the chamber was really huge. However, we decided to give it a try. Look at these crazy bubbles.
They're everywhere.
There's my brother. I hope you can see.
Before we thought the adventure was over, we came across something really cool. It was our first time encountering a scorpion, so we had to snap a picture. The scene was even cooler because I was wearing my spelunking gear inside the cave. We left the little creature at peace and headed back home, only to get greeted by a rain shower at the surface.
What the This is your Jeep, by the way, huh?
And then our last day in Aven De Noël began. We will try to find the Galerie Intermédiaire. The entrance to that gallery is about 30 meters down into the shaft. We found the right path, but not the entrance yet.
We're trying to find the meander. Meander.
The frontman has the toughest tasks, so he can navigate and hang the ropes. But for my brother, it's for another reason, to throw mud balls at me.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Guys,
Fire in the hole!
Hey, William.
We cannot find it.
Fire in the hole.
So I believe I will give up. Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
That was actually the only success for today. Unfortunately, we couldn't find the beautiful Galerie Intermédiaire. But I'm sure you've seen enough already. And here our exploration in the Guard region ends. But the story isn't over yet. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If not, you can really shove up. Be sure to leave a like and a kind comment. We appreciate your love so much. So I'll see you in the next episode of Cave Chronicles Into the Depths.